Welcome to the Castle Connection. My name is Jared Claybourn, and this is Mr. Frank DeRico, your Vice Principal, and this is the new year. Happy New Year. 2025 is here. Hope that you and all of your families had a restful and blessed winter break. But we're back and excited to have you. So before we get into some of the things, I want to thank everybody for a great fall and how well we started this new school year. It's not new anymore. The new schedule is well underway, and I believe that students and staff are used to it. They're doing a fantastic job, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you also for participation in our Spirit Weeks. Winter Spirit Week was so well done. And then the Winter Pep Rally, student-led activities, do a fabulous, fabulous job. So coming up, it is winter now, so inclement weather could be a discussion, right? So some of the procedures for inclement weather. One of the things you'll get is either Mr. Sheehan or I will send out the mass email or phone blast, which will be the final and official notification of any type of delay to the day or schedule. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that you have the bell schedules in the email as I send that out with this. But you want to go into OnCourse and make sure that your primary contact information is accurate. Sometimes you guys change emails as parents and guardians, or you change a phone number. If you don't update that in OnCourse on your own, you have control of that in the parent portal, then you might not get that information on an inclement weather. We will also post it to all our social media sources, so I'll make sure it goes on Facebook. We'll make sure Mr. K has it for TV19. He can post it both on Twitter and Instagram. And then, of course, all of the team pages for the students, they will post it there as well, whether it's us or the advisors. But the formal notification should come finally through that email and phone notification that you'll receive from either myself or Mr. Sheehan. Okay, just remember, we are a separate district than our sending districts, and sometimes, Stratford, Somerdale, Magnolia might choose to do something different. So make sure you're tuned in and getting the right information from Sterling High School. Okay, Mr. DeRico, I have you here with us intentionally. We need to talk about a couple things, right? We wanted to start the new year strong, particularly with the dress code, right?
Correct.
I think largely our students have taken ownership of our school and what we do here, but there's still a couple people that need to be reminded.
All right, so we'll be on the lookout for headgear, jackets, slides, things of that nature. And the way we're going to proceed is this is your formal warning for everyone. And so it will be instant progression of discipline moving forward from there. You could always go on our Code of Conduct handbook and look up what our dress code is, along with all the dispositions that follow it.
Okay, so parents, again, we're trying to kind of give you the final warning. We've done a great job this fall being gracious, but now we need to not be reminding students anymore. So hoods up, you don't have backs on your feet, midriffs hanging out. Those are not things that are in our dress code, and so we want to make sure we address those right away. Another piece that's new for this year, or we're in our second year, is using Minga, which students are doing a pretty good job as far as passes, but now this middle of the day, we call it nighttime blue and silver, they have to go into Minga under the flex time component and select where they go. We actually give the students the opportunity to do that for the majority of our students, correct?
Correct. So students have choice. The way it works, I want to clarify, is you must register for the entire week when it opens up. So I removed all the study halls primary to the return to school, but any student that is unregistered that day will be put into a study hall, and that study hall will follow you every day. So for example, students that were enrolled into study hall today, C day, every C day, that study hall will show up now.
So if, we've gotten the questions, oh, you took away my kids' whatever, or they don't have a lunch. So first of all, did we take anything away?
No, so students have choice. They actually have 3 opportunities. To 200 Breezeway, there is a cart where they can get food. We have the Breezeway snack stand and lunch open, and we have the cafeteria. And you're able to eat in any of the locations that you're assigned to.
So it is possible that a student doesn't actually go to the cafeteria for lunch, but that does not mean that they don't have access to lunch.
Correct. So all students have lunch, but not all students have the privilege of eating in the cafeteria.
Okay, great. And so majority of our students still have the opportunity to choose. We only have a small minority who have lost the privilege and that we've assigned, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but the key message from Mr. DeRico here today is that students need to sign up when we're asked to sign up. Mr. DeRico gives them a reminder If they're not, then we have to assign them, right? So when we went into this schedule, we did a lot of work going to see other schools that have this schedule and have this open campus lunch. And what we found at other schools is they had no idea where their kids were.
Correct.
They literally, we would say, okay, if we came up and Mr. D, we wanted to find your kid, and we go, can we find Johnny? And they would be like, well, can you text Johnny for us?
Yeah.
And that did not sit well with us. We wanted to, as a safety procedure, we needed to know where our students are, right? So if you don't sign up, your student does not sign up, then we are going to assign them. And it might not be someplace that they want, and that is a safety procedure, correct?
Correct.
Anything else with that?
No, so I just want to encourage students, you need to show up where you're registered for. If your teacher assigns you to office hours, you should report there before any other activities. Otherwise, it gets marked as a cut.
Good, and if you cut in our middle of the day, it's coming as a shocker to some parents, but we've been consistent all year.
Yeah.
You get first offense is what?
3 lunch detentions.
3 lunch detentions. Parents are like, oh, they were supposed to be there, or they were just with the teacher. No, every teacher, every student knows they need to be signed up and go where they're supposed to go.
Yes.
This is not a new development. It's 2025, halfway through the year, we're ready to go, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Well, I appreciate your work with that. I think overall it is fantastic. It is meeting the safety need. It's meeting the need that students get to choose some of the activities that are going on.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. All right, great. Thank you, Mr. D. You can't leave yet. You got to stand here and sit here and say go nights with me. I'm going to send out a guidance newsletter with the email that comes out with this. And then finally, we are going to send out information on the school climate survey. So we have partners with Rutgers to use a statewide survey that'll go out to students first and then out to stakeholders like yourself, parents and guardians. So look for that to come out. I'm going to send out information, and a letter today is going to go out for that information. So again, your help participating in that survey just helps us gauge information on what's going on here. It's a safety and climate survey. That's all. We're ready for 2025. Mr. D, appreciate everything you do for us. And with that, we wish everyone a happy new year, and go Knights.
Go Knights.